Today I want to talk to you about how to declare yourself a political prisoner if you believe your human rights have been violated in a place like this. So the first thing you have to do is you need to make sure that you can get them to declare, like I did yesterday, that the documents that they are claiming are evidence in your case are legally bound, that they're bound by law, which is, remember I said yesterday, the first thing I said to that doctor before I had my tribunal was, can you please tell me before we begin, if I took this document to a court of law, would it hold up in a court of law? And they said yes. So I got them to publicly declare that this is a legal document. Now, the second thing is, because it is a legal document and they've admitted it, and I've been able to prove that the reason why I'm in here is based on lies that my ex-husband Christopher Black told, and his lies have been put in a legal document that they've admitted was legal, and I have been able to prove and refute all his claims with actual evidence on my Instagram and all that, and they have supported it in a legal document. That means they have broken the law by supporting a man who has also broken the law in a legal document. Now, the other thing is that because when these statements were taken, when these observations were taken, if they had recorded any of this, either with a hidden camera or, a hidden recorder, if we play this back in a court of law, they will discover that not only are there inaccuracies in here, but there's actual lies. At no point in some of these statements that were made that came out of the doctor's mouth, or that they've said have come out of mine, there are so many lies and inaccuracies in here in a legal document that they have now also broken the law. And this document was backed by a judge, an actual judge, a government official appointed judge. So this document is now full of lies and inconsistencies based on the claims of a man that I've proven with actual evidence has lied. So because they are now forcing me to take medication that is making me go into anaphylactic shock, based on lies that I've been able to prove in a legal document, if they play this stuff back, 90% of this stuff never even came out of my mouth. If they listen to what I say when they play it back and compare it to what was written down, there's actual lies in here. And even things like where they say, I haven't felt this safe in 33 years. I haven't known Chris for 33 years. I've known him for 23 years and I've been here 22. So that's a lie in a legal document, which means because now they're forcing me to take medication based on lies, that's put my life in danger, which means that I've now declared myself that makes me a political prisoner, because I'm held here against my will and forced to take medication that is poisoning my system based on lies told by a man who put me in here based on lies that I've been able to prove legally were lies that have been backed and supported in a document that is now full of lies, that was backed by a British judge. So that means that my life is now in danger, and that makes me a political prisoner. So that means I automatically am protected by the Geneva Convention and the Human Rights Acts, which means that they can't give me any medical treatment without my consent, and I don't even have to talk to them. I don't even have to utter a word to them now, because I now know that my life is in danger based on lies that put me in here, and I'm being forced to take medication based on lies that put me in here. That makes me a political prisoner. So yesterday I went to the British government and the New Zealand government and declared myself a political prisoner. So now I'm automatically backed by the Geneva Convention and the Human Rights Act. So anything they try to do now, because I've now been able to ascertain that this is all lies, and the lies have now been backed by a judge, and I've got evidence to prove that it's all lies, they are now the ones breaking the law. So anything they try to do to me will now come back on them legally, because the New Zealand government now know I'm a political prisoner, as do the British government. What you need to do though is you need to make sure if you're going to do this, you have to have actual physical evidence. You can't just say it. You need, like me, I record and document everything I say and everything I do, so that if I ever have to use it to protect myself or my work or my life, I have evidence. I back everything up. I document everything. So if they say, oh, but this, like with Chris, how he said, oh, but she did this, and I'm like, but here's the video. I'm not this, but here's the proof. So I'm able to back everything up. So that means I'm now a political prisoner, and I've got video of me going into anaphylactic shock on camera, because they've given me drugs based on the accusations of a man who have now been able to ascertain lied to get me in here. So that makes me a political prisoner. So now I'm protected by the Geneva Convention and the Human Rights Act. But you need to be able to back everything up you say with proof and evidence. And all I keep thinking is, like, how many other people are in my position where they know that they're in locked up in there based on lies, who don't know that this is what they can do. So this is what you can do, people. Protect yourself, know your rights. I'll put a link in the description box below. The laws for being a political prisoner will change depending on what country you're in, but I'll put a link up in the description box below so that you can have a look and know your rights. Because now what's going to happen is, because they've broken so many laws, and this was backed by a judge and it's all documented, when I take this to court, none of these people on this tribunal or my ex-husband are going to have a leg to stand on, because they can't back their claims. I can. Do you see what I mean? And because their claims are based on their disrespect and disregard for my Indigenous upbringing, that also makes it a race hate crime as well. So I have more legal protection than the actual judge and the people who wrote these documents up. So that's how you do it. So know your rights, people. Right? So I'll keep you posted.